and welcome to a new Movies with My Mother. This is actually episode number 27.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm Lexi.
I'm Mom.
And we have a special guest today.
Yay.
His name is Kurt Mefferd. He's one of my very best friends.
Hello, hello.
And one of our favorite movie pals.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm honored to be here
Oh, yeah.
as the first guest of your podcast.
Yeah. And we've had to MacGyver this whole thing, so...
Yeah, it's been wild.
Yeah,
It's
so
been fun.
bear with us. I just moved a chair, so if it sounds like I ran a marathon, I basically did.
Oh, my poor baby.
It was a heavy chair.
It's not even a heavy chair, it's just awkward.
Well, it's big.
Yeah. And then I boxed myself in.
Oh.
Because,
Oh. Yeah, I see.
I hope you don't have to go anywhere.
Well, I'm not very bright. So today we watched a Kurt pick,
Yay.
and he picked Willow from 1988, a Ron Howard movie, story by George Lucas. And
Which I was surprised about.
yeah, and if you don't know who George Lucas is, go read a book or something.
Or watch a couple of movies, maybe.
Yeah. The movie was rated PG. It was a solid 2 hours and 6 minutes long.
Wow.
And critically, it didn't do very well. I saw that it got 52% on Rotten Tomatoes, 47 on Metacritic, and 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb.
That's unusual because I read that it was a critical hit.
Interesting.
It got 2 Academy Award nominations.
Oh, for what? Did you write that down?
I believe that was Best Movie or Script. Oh, hold on. I didn't write it down.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, directing and Best
Oh.
Picture.
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
I did not know that.
No, that was For a Beautiful Mind.
Oh.
This is some of my Ron
Okay,
Howard
all right.
stuff.
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry. I think it did get some nominations. I will look while you two talk.
Okay. So, why did you pick this movie, Kurt?
Well, I was trying to keep it in the cult kind of movie themed thing. I just always liked the high fantasy sort of realm. So when I was just trying to think of movies to watch, I just popped into my head. So I suggested it, and we went with it.
Yeah.
Well, that's as good a reason as any.
That's
I mean,
fun.
that's how we've picked all of our other movies.
Right. And this is a favorite of Big Daddy's. So he was really excited when I said that we were going to watch this. So he pulled out the DVD because the only place this is streaming is Disney Plus, and we just turned off Disney Plus.
Of course
So,
you did.
so he pulled out the DVD and a magazine all about the movie Willow.
We're going to have to take a picture of this and put it on our thing because this is amazing that he still
Yeah.
has this. And it's in such good condition.
Yeah, it looks mint. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The edges aren't even curled on it.
There's a little bit right there.
Oh, right there.
But, that's where you bang every book.
Exactly.
Right there on the end. So,
We'll have to share that with everybody so they can see it too.
yeah, it's pretty cool. This movie has Val Kilmer, Joanne Whaley, Warwick Davis, Billy Barty is a special feature in this movie. Phil Fondacaro, Tony Cox, and Kevin Pollak are the big names that I recognized.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say this is one of my favorite Val Kilmer roles.
Okay.
He did okay as Batman.
Oh, yeah,
He did okay.
he did all right.
Better than Clooney.
I would agree.
Yeah. What are you seeing?
I'm not seeing anything.
Okay.
I must have been confused.
Okay, so the basic plot of this movie is that a young farmer / apprentice magician
Yes.
must safely return a baby that kind of just floated up to their village. And along the way, he just meets a bunch of people that turn out to... They kind of start out as bad guys, and they all kind of turn out to be really good guys.
Yes.
It's kind of a ragtag bunch.
Sort of
Absolutely.
a little Fellowship of the Rings kind of thing
Yeah,
going on a little quest.
yeah. perilous journey.
Indeed.
So
Little bit of swashbuckling going on in there.
yeah, and I read Warwick Davis was just a baby in this movie.
Yes.
Pretty much.
17 years old. He had to learn how to hold a baby.
Oh, geez, that's scary.
He had to learn how to ride a horse and sword fight. There was something else. Oh, and do magic.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that in acting that would have a particular, rhythm that you would have to follow.
Yeah.
And I read that Warwick Davis is the highest grossing supporting actor of all times. He must be in everything.
Well, he's the leprechaun in all the 15 leprechaun movies.
After his first appearance in Star Wars, he was in every subsequent Star Wars movie since then.
Yeah.
In some bit role, cameo of some sort.
Yeah.
He played, obviously, Wicket, the Ewok. And then he's been in everyone since as a bit part or something else. Or, of course, reprising his role as Wicket.
Yeah. And because of his work on Return of the Jedi, where he was the Ewok,
Yes.
George Lucas wrote this story for him.
Yeah,
Ah.
with him particularly in mind. Yes.
Right. And George Lucas was pissed when it was like all set up to be released, and it was Val Kilmer in Willow, and he was just like, but he's not the star. He's like not the main character. He's not the guy I wrote the movie for.
But then on the other hand, that's how advertising works. They pick the biggest name.
Mhm.
They don't pick really the star.
Yeah, that's what drew the audience more, probably.
Yeah, because this is coming off of like Top Gun and stuff like that.
Right.
So
He was hot at the time then.
yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen a Val Kilmer movie beside this one.
Really?
Unless he's been in Harry Potter or I can't think of.
movies you've seen.
You never saw Top Gun?
Nope.
Uh,
Well,
Yeah,
wait.
and now that I'm on the spot, I can't think of any other Val Kilmer movies.
Yeah, on the spot.
Batman, and
yeah, no.
it's not even a good Batman. It was just kind of
No,
a middle ground Batman.
yeah.
I recognize the name and all, and I know he's a pretty big star.
The Spirit? Wasn't that one? It was sort of,
Oh, like who's that guy? It's not Frank Miller. Is that no? That's the guy that does Mad Max, right?
yeah.
Okay. There's a comic book guy that the Spirit and Sin City.
What?
Justin would know.
What in the world? Oh, I'm terrible. I'm
See-
a terrible nerd.
No, we just get here and we
Well,
turn crazy.
yeah,
Apparently, yeah. You put on the spot, it's hard to think of things.
yeah,
For sure.
Because now it's not my brain. I got nothing. I pointed out to Mom that one of the brownies that ends up kind of hanging out through the whole movie is Kevin Pollak,
Right.
who was in The Usual Suspects as one of the henchmen. Todd something. And he's like, I live in Queens, dummy.
Yep, I remember that. And I knew that I recognized his face, but I could not put a name on it.
I read that during filming on some off time, Kevin Pollak and Rick Overton, who I didn't write down who he was, but he was in the cast list pretty high. But he and Rick Overton would go and do improv at a San Rafael bar, and an audience member came up and just started improvising with them. And Kevin Pollak was like, holy shit. And he just kind of stepped back and let this guy go. It was Robin Williams.
Oh my gosh.
You are kidding me.
The Robin Williams.
Oh, wow. And he was just in the audience?
Yeah.
He wasn't a name or anything then, right?
This is after Mork and Mindy.
Yes,
yes,
he had to
was
have
a
been.
name.
Yeah, he was somebody.
I can't, just the timing is just weird to me. Okay. Wow. Wow.
Is that crazy?
Hey, kind of a weird roundabout, separation of what's a Kevin Bacon thing.
Yes.
So Ron Howard was in Happy Days. Mork and Mindy was a spin-off
Yes.
of Happy Days, and he's the one who directed the movie.
That is weird.
How weird. So there's all this weird connection.
Yeah.
And Robin Williams was there doing improv. That's weird.
Yeah.
Everybody knows everybody in Hollywood.
Well, I would think so.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. You wouldn't think that San Rafael is a hotbed of celebrity activity.
Not really.
Yeah.
And I did not know that this was a George Lucas film. I was rather surprised when I read that.
Yeah, I don't, I've seen this movie a million times. I don't think that I've ever paid attention to that.
Yeah, I find that very interesting.
Yeah, he's got some sleepers in there.
And it's Ron Howard and him seem to get along well because they've done other things. And the Imagine Entertainment that Ron Howard started, they've done things together.
Sorry, I had to burp. You were talking about the devil dogs with their rat tails.
Yes.
They were Rottweilers in rubber masks and rubber suits.
With the lion's mane fur.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Well, Rottweilers run really fast, and their tails are pretty skinny, but they probably had a prosthesis to make them longer.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
sure.
pretty long tails, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this was what I thought was interesting. John Cusack had auditioned for Mad Mardigan and lost it to Val Kilmer.
Yeah, I
and
read that.
He considers that to be his greatest disappointment.
Oh,
Aww.
wow.
Yeah.
I like John Cusack.
John Cusack
He's
in the
pretty.
80s?
I can't imagine him as a sword fighter, though.
You're right.
no.
I don't know.
He's too pretty. I don't know.
He's the wrong kind of goofy guy. You know?
Yes, I would agree with that.
Val
just-
Kilmer's the right kind of goofy guy for this.
Yes,
So much more of an action star,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I like Grosse Point Blank,
I
though.
love Gross.
Oh, yes, that is a good one. I've seen that.
Yeah.
I love it when they blow up the Speedy Mart or whatever they called it. That was the best when that blew.
It's cool seeing movies that are based in the areas that you're sort of from.
Yeah.
Yes, because we could go there. We could get to there.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's fun. I don't think we could get to England where a lot of this was.
Well,
We
not
could,
as
but-
quickly.
Mm-mm.
There was they were denied a filming permit in China, so some of the scenes were just kind of taken at assistants kind of went into China and just kind of on the fly were
Get some B
filming
footage.
some location
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, there's some very beautiful footage, scenery in this movie.
Yeah.
I wonder why they were denied because this is kind of a sorcerer movie.
Maybe.
Could be.
It didn't say a specific reason. It just said that they were denied a allowance. So
Oh,
they had to sneak in and get some of that B-roll.
Well, good for them. They did it, and it looks great.
And you had asked how many babies had played. There were multiple babies that played Elora Danan, but the main set of twins. There was a main set of twins.
Right, to get the face shots.
Right. And the babies, because they were too young to have hair like Elora Danan did, they put little wigs on these babies.
Glue some hair to the baby's head.
But, because the baby's skin is so sensitive, you can't use, wig glue.
Yeah.
They used syrup.
Oh,
Cairo syrup. Yeah,
just
when
stick it
when
on
you
there.
have a baby, a little girl, and you with no hair, and you want to put a little bow on their head, you do it with Cairo syrup. I knew that. Aww.
So I thought that was pretty cute because, yeah, little tiny babies don't have a lot of hair like that anymore.
not usually.
And lately I've just seen people that I know have kids. Their kids, have that really fine, white hair until they're really old. And then they actually have, a head of hair. It's
Right.
weird. Is something in the water?
It could be.
Could be. Could be.
I don't know.
Both of my girls had a lot of hair.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you're right. I see a lot of bald-headed babies with little straps to their head with bows and stuff.
Oh, I hate those things. They just look like they're squeezing their little fontanelles.
Exactly. Yeah.
You gotta mind the fontanelle.
That's kind of scary. Yeah. Just what a nice, tight.
Yeah.
I can't think of words right now.
Maybe people don't know about the Cairo syrup to put a little bow on
I
it.
had never heard of that. So
Well, I'm sure that your parents didn't put bows on you, but I'm sure your sisters probably
I
tried
don't recall
to.
ever wearing a bow.
Oh, wait. He has sisters? I'm sure he did.
Yeah. Val Kilmer met his future wife slash ex-wife, Joanne Whaley, on this movie.
Yes.
They were married for, what did you say?
8 or 9 years, I think I read.
Yeah.
And they have 2 children, I believe.
Yeah. Also, Joanne Whaley had accidentally stabbed a stuntman in the foot during one of the fight scenes.
Oh,
That's exciting.
Gosh.
So they were apparently using real swords.
Oh, wow. And then early on, Val Kilmer had hurt himself because a couple of times you could see him limping. He had hurt a foot during something.
I think it was when he fell out of the crow's nest.
Oh, okay.
I think
Well,
that's
that would make sense.
what I read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Hurt his heel.
about a 4-foot drop.
Well,
right under
when
his-
you land flat on your feet, that hurts. I get it.
Yeah.
Ron Howard's wife and Warwick Davis's sister both appeared as extras in the Mountaintop Village.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't read that.
I didn't pay attention because I've seen pictures of Ron Howard's wife.
Her name is Cheryl Alley.
Yes.
They've been married since 1975.
Oh my God.
They have 4 children: Bryce Dallas, Paige, Jocelyn, and Reed.
All beautiful gingers.
Yeah.
Well, I know, Bryce has been doing a lot.
Oh yeah.
She's in all the new Jurassic Park movies, and
Mm-hmm.
I know she's been directing. She did some of the Mandalorian
Oh.
episodes.
Oh yeah. She took over for one of the bad vampires in the Twilight movies.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, in the first movie, the red-headed vampire Victoria that's chasing them was played by a different woman, and then in the subsequent movies, it was Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And only her and Paige are acting. The other 2, there was hardly, I could find nothing about them. So they obviously, like their mother, are not.
They're just normies.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I wonder if Paige has done any directing also. Because Bryce is she's done some good directing stuff, too.
I just broke the book.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Are you okay?
No, I broke the page. Oh, that was my magazines. Never mind.
Oh, okay. We are really MacGyvering things today, folks.
I'm trying to look up Paige Howard to see if she's done any.
I did read that there are unsupported rumors that this movie takes place somewhere in the Star Wars universe, which, I mean, I
It
can
could.
understand.
If you watch the 2 Ewok movies that Warwick Davis is also in, there is also magic and very similar themes involved with a more of a fantasy realm of vision, I guess.
I don't know, space aliens and whatnots living together, that's all pretty fantastic.
Yes.
So,
It could all fit. But like in the Ewok movies, there's like, it looks more medieval like this, like castles and things like that.
okay.
The Ewok movies fit in very much more with this than the rest of the Star Wars universe.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's plausible for sure.
Yeah. That was pretty interesting. Because, yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Maybe we should watch the Ewok movies.
No.
Aw, boo! I love those movies.
They were trying to eat Han.
They're just, I don't know. It's from childhood, so they're just good movies to me.
Okay, I'm looking at Wikipedia, and it does not say anything about her doing directing. It does talk about her stage debut in theater and things like that. So, but
Guest starring roles on Medium and 90210.
yes, sorry, a job's a job.
That's true.
She was Sue O'Malley in the Adventureland movie. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. That's the one with Jesse Eisenberg and Kristen Stewart.
Oh, okay. Right.
I was thinking about Adventure Time.
That's what when you first said that, that's what I thought. But
I don't know what Adventure Time is.
That's
It's
a
a cartoon.
cartoon.
Oh, is that on the Adult Swim?
Yes.
no, I don't think it's adult. No, it's not Adult Swim. It is a Cartoon Network, but it's actually a very funny show.
It's really funny. Oh, the original wand was wooden.
I was actually wondering that. Like,
Yeah.
did they make a plastic version? Because it looked pretty brittle.
Yeah, and that's what they were worried about. So they did switch to a fiberglass version
Makes perfect sense.
because they were worried that it was too
Just snap that twig in half.
Yeah, delicate. You're just looking at Paige Howard.
I wanted to see her wedding dress. It was talking about her wedding dress. It was lovely.
Okay.
It had a peach underlay.
Ooh, let me see.
You know how, I think I turned it off.
Nah.
You know how I love, I guess they call it blush wedding gowns.
Oh, yeah, that is
See
lovely.
it under there?
Uh-huh.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. Oh, you had mentioned about the babies acting again and if they're coming back.
Yes, just curious about it. Maybe after all these years, they'll come back as Laura Dennett in the TV show.
Yeah.
That'd be the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. So during the pandemic, Ron Howard did announce that they were doing a sequel in the form of a TV show for Disney Plus, and Warwick Davis did immediately sign on to be part of it.
Very exciting.
Yeah. And you said that you think most of the cast is returning? I didn't look into it.
There's several of them. Several of the village members are going to be in it.
Okay.
The Sorceress in it. I don't remember any others. Val Kilmer, I do not believe is going to be in it.
No, Val Kilmer is currently ravaged by throat cancer, and he
Very
looks
sad.
Right.
like hell.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's awful.
Yeah. I did see the new Top Gun Maverick movie, and he is in it. Apparently, they used artificial intelligence to recreate his voice, which is for one line only. Because he's in it for several minutes, but it's all non-speaking.
Oh.
He's talking to Tom Cruise, and he's typing everything onto a computer screen so we can read it. And then at like the very last thing, he does say something, but it's very. Apparently, it's not actually him at all, but it's a very grovelly voice just to say something to Tom Cruise.
So did they use, like, his real body, or did they do that whole AI thing where they...
No, it is his real body. He's
Oh.
really in the movie, but it's just not his... He doesn't speak at all.
Okay. And they didn't, like, AI over his face or
No,
anything?
no.
Oh, wow, okay.
He looks rough in the movie,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, because he looks rough in real life.
yeah, it's pretty sad.
Oh, yeah.
And I did find that Willow did have one nomination for an Academy Award.
Good.
Oh, okay.
But
Well-
that's it.
What was the category? Did it say?
It does not
Okay.
say. And it won't let me go to it.
Yeah.
Of course. So,
Yeah, whatever.
exactly.
We were talking about this off air, but a lot of the major studios didn't want to distribute or co-finance this movie with George Lucas
I was shocked.
and Lucasfilms, and it was really based on the fact that fantasy movies in the 80s were box office cancer.
And again, this one didn't do as well as some of George Lucas's other movies, but it's one of my favorites. I love this movie.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what you consider as well.
It's not Star Wars level success.
Well, it cost about $35 million to make.
Oh.
Now I found two different figures. It made about $100 million domestic, and one site says 126 mil worldwide, and the other says 137 mil worldwide. So
Oh, so it didn't do good across the pond or anywhere else.
Not assumingly, no. I mean, we're just talking again, going back to just that Top Gun Maverick movie that we were just talking about. Of course, times are different here, but it's already done over $1 billion. So
wow. Oh, I guess you're right. Didn't make much. Wow.
Well, I don't know. $100 million in 1988 was
It's a-
probably
it's a
a
lot
lot
back
of
then.
money.
Yeah.
I used to have a calculator set up on my phone for it, but I turned that page off, so.
So you can have 10 others on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did read a rumor, and now this is a rumor, it's not substantiated, and the person involved has never confirmed or denied, but they say that one of the kind of background players in the Newland Village, when they're having the little party at the beginning, is Peter Dinklage.
that would be interesting. We should probably go back
And I was
and
kind of keeping an
fine-tooth
eye
comb
on.
that scene.
There was a guy kind of in the background when Willow was doing his magic tricks that was kind of over his right shoulder that looked a little Peter Dinklage-ish, but it looked more like Peter Dinklage looks now and not a fresh-faced baby Peter
Not
Dinklage.
35 years ago.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But it it's plausible because he was about 17 at the time. So, but he's never come out and said yes or no.
That would be an interesting thing to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would he not say he was in it? Or
Not a source of pride for him. I don't know.
I don't know.
yeah, there was a guy that kind of looked like that.
Yeah, but he kind of
This is
looked like that.
This is a current picture of from 2013.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a grown man now. I mean, interesting, 53-year-old man.
Ooh. Sorry. Are we there?
Yep, yep.
Okay, that was me. Sorry.
Have we been out?
No, I was just double checking.
Those eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He did a really funny little guest star on 30 Rock.
Oh, I didn't see a ton of that show.
It's really funny. Liz is like, this is kind of in the middle seasons. Liz is baby crazy. Her biological clock is thundering. And every little kid she's passing on the street, she's kind of shagging their hair. Like, oh, hi, aren't you cute? And so she walks up to a stopwalk. Is that what stopwalk?
Crosswalk.
Crosswalk.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. And she sees this kid and she ruffles his hair and Peter Dinklage turns around and he's just like, excuse me? And then and then she tried to like turn that into a flirt to kind of cover her tracks a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
And then so they go on a couple dates and he like has a top level like UN job. He's it's really funny. And they do a Sex in the City thing to figure out if they actually want to like keep dating. And Liz walks up to the wrong kid and ruffles his hair, and it's not him. And the kid moves, and Peter Dinklage is just standing there with some roses, and he's just like, "Shut it down."
Oh, that's great. Now, my big draw for that show, if I ever did watch it, was Tracy Morgan. Just hilarious, man.
He's so funny. When he is talking about doing that dramatic movie that he gets his Oscar for, because Tracy Morgan on the show, he's gonna EGOT.
Okay.
Get an Emmy, an Oscar, a Tony, and a Grammy. So that's his goal. He's got this EGOT necklace from Tubbs from Miami Vice.
Oh no.
Philip Michael Thomas had apparently bought this necklace because that's what he was going to do, and then he never did anything really in it again. So he gets this necklace, and then he's going to do this dramatic movie. And so .com and Kenneth take him to like where he was like born, and it's now like a Kinko's. So they're sitting in the stairwell, of this Kinko's building, and Tracy Jordan he's like crying about all these memories that this spot brings up for him, and he's just like, we played basketball with a rib cage! A rib cage! And he's talking about like babies giving each other tattoos and like human-sized rats fighting people, and it's so, but just the stuff he says is so ridiculous. It's and he's just like, oh my God, it's so funny.
Very funny, man. Very funny.
I found out I didn't know this. He did another George Lucas, Ron Howard was in another George Lucas film, which I did not know was a George Lucas film. In 1973, he did American Graffiti.
Oh, I knew
Yeah,
that he was in American Graffiti.
First major film, I guess, because he did THX before that.
No, his first film was Music Man.
George Lucas?
No, not George Lucas.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh.
I'm talking about George Lucas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. In 1962, Ron Howard did Music Man.
Okay.
So in 73, there was more before that?
For George Lucas did, it was like his, I don't know if it was a student film. It was like a sci-fi. It was called THX.
I've heard of that, but I've never seen it.
I haven't seen the whole thing, like, just sat down and watched the whole thing. But yeah, it was kind of obviously a precursor to Star Wars. And then I think while he was trying to get Star Wars made, he did American Graffiti, yes, which Ron Howard was in.
Wasn't Harrison Ford in that too?
Yes.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
I've seen that movie several times, and to me, I cannot picture Ron Howard in that movie.
Um,
Isn't that crazy?
wasn't he just one of the kids and
Yeah, he would have to have been.
just
Yeah.
driving around in their cool cars?
Yeah. I did like the story.
I barely remember Graffiti. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah. I did like the story.
I actually forgot that was George Lucas also.
That's what I said. Crazy that such a big name. You know, well, I don't know.
When Harrison Ford first walked on the set of Star Wars, Carrie Fisher was like, "What's that guy doing here?" And someone was like, "Why do you think he's cute?" And she's like, "No, that's my weed dealer."
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
To do this movie, Ron Howard passed on directing Cocoon, The Return. I didn't know that Cocoon had a sequel.
yes, it
I
did.
do remember it did. Yes.
Gosh, it's another movie I haven't seen in forever. Well, either of them actually, but Cocoon in general. Been a long time.
Gosh. Yeah. That's, and that's what is crazy looking back at all of this Ron Howard stuff. He started acting in like 1959.
Oh my
It
God.
might have been. I remember seeing him in Twilight Zone episodes.
Yes, he
when
was in Twilight
really
Zone.
Little.
Lots of TV stuff at that
Yeah,
time. He
of
was
course.
guest starred in a lot of
The
stuff.
Andy Griffith Show. And,
Yep. He was on Andy Griffith for 9 years.
wow.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. And he was credited as Ronnie Howard all that time from 59 to 73. It was Ronnie Howard.
Right.
So I thought that was all pretty. But, since then, I mean, he has gone on to make these huge films. Night Shift, Splash, Cocoon, Backdraft. Now, you say he did not do Cocoon? He did
He
not
didn't
sequel.
direct?
do the sequel to
Oh, okay.
Cocoon. He did Cocoon.
Apollo 13, A Beautiful Mind.
Okay.
I mean, many, many more things.
Yeah. A couple of Tom Hanks movies.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's a great director.
He has 2 stars on the Walk of Fame. Did I already say that?
No.
No, I
He
didn't-
has 2 stars on the Walk of
Oh,
Fame.
for acting and directing?
that would make sense.
Okay.
I didn't really look into that. I just thought, oh, of course he does, and then just went on.
Well, does it everybody?
Yes,
I mean, I do.
me too.
I
mean,
have 3.
All you have to do is buy them. You don't...
I'm an overachiever.
Yeah, I guess.
Justin said this while we were watching the movie, but Gavin O'Hurley, who played Eric, the soldier man
Right.
with the red hair, he did play on one episode of Happy Days where he played Richie's older brother Chuck, who went upstairs and was never seen again.
Never
Yes.
came back.
Nope,
He was abducted by aliens.
Yeah.
probably.
And the last thing I wrote down that I thought was kind of funny was that apparently there's a podcast called the Now Playing Podcast, and they had watched this movie and they reviewed it 3 no recommends.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah.
They must hate movies.
Yeah.
How could you not recommend this movie? It's sweet.
It's a great movie.
The story is great, and the special effects are kind of primitive, but this was
Sure.
made in 1988.
They're all practical effects, which, I mean, some people prefer. I
Well,
love that stuff.
yeah, and now practical effects are more polished
Of
looking
course.
even still. But yeah, you could remake this today and it would be fabulous.
Absolutely.
So I didn't get
Well,
I didn't
guess
get
we'll
the hate.
We'll see what the TV show's going to be like. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm sure it'll have better special effects than
Yeah.
this.
Well, you'll have to tell us because we don't have Disney Plus now.
Oh, well. Oh.
And here's another thing I found unusual. Howard made his directing debut in 1977 with a movie called Grand Theft Auto. Isn't that kind of a weird show? I mean, where they just went around stealing
No,
cars?
it's a video
That's
game.
a video game.
I'm sure that has nothing to do with the game. I'm sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it was a script he wrote with his father. So that must be
Oh,
something
okay.
something other than what I thought it was.
Okay.
I've never heard of that, so
Okay.
that's kind of cool.
Weird. That's funny. While we were talking about Kevin Pollak, I forgot to mention that he does a few Kevin Pollak, he does a few podcasts, but one that he does more recently. It's called Alchemy This, and it's an improv podcast with a little group of players that he has.
Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've never listened to it, but I used to hear commercials for it all the time on a different podcast, and I'm like, oh, I have to listen to that, and then I never did.
Not a priority.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
And on a political note, we got to get a little political note
Oh
in
boy.
here.
Okay, here we go.
In 2020, Ron Howard did Hillbilly Elegy on Netflix.
Oh, okay, the Glenn Close movie.
Is that who was in it?
Yeah.
Well, it was a memoir by J.D. Vance, who is currently running for Rob Portman's seat in the Senate here in Ohio.
Endorsed by Donald Trump.
Yes, endorsed by Donald Trump. Even though he dissed Trump in public several times.
Yeah, Trump had nothing but nasty things to say about J.D. Vance, and then he's just like, yeah, he gets my vote.
He's a great guy.
Yep, that's what he said. Yeah. I thought, I remembered hearing that. He wrote this Vance wrote that book about, being poor and ignorant in southern Ohio, and wow, made him a bunch of money.
Well, growing up in southern Ohio, like I did, I don't remember it being like that.
No.
Also,
You weren't a hillbilly?
No, we lived in a house.
Yeah. Yeah. With a yard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Both of my parents drove cars.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
You went to school?
Yeah. I
Golden toilet seats?
Yeah.
Jeez.
learned how to read and
Fancy.
everything. But when I did work at Midas, we had some franchise locations in Chillicothe where we lived. And I talked to one of the managers. I said, hey, as a side note, I'm calling you about something, but I grew up down there. I was like, and I haven't been back since we left in the late 80s. And I'm like, what's it like now? And he's just like, oh, it's a meth town.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure the paper plant closed.
Oh, I'm sure.
But the correctional institution is just expanding and expanding.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would bring a lot of drug to the area, I would think.
Beautiful. Beautiful scene.
But I told him where we had lived, and he's just like, oh, yeah, he's like, it's a little rough over there now. And I said, we used to go pick apples in the orchard across the street. And he's just like, yeah, it's not there anymore. I was like, oh.
Aww, that hurts my feelings.
Yeah, it was really sad. He's like, yeah, it's just meth. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't know you grew up in Chillicothe.
Yeah, that's where we lived.
That's cool. I didn't know that was the capital city, basically, of the Shawnee Nation.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Which is really, really cool, kind of local, sort of, history.
That's what Chillicothe means, the gathering place.
Yeah, awesome.
I knew that. You didn't know that?
I didn't remember that. I'm sure that I did. I went to school with a girl who had a very, very, very Native American name.
Yeah.
And it meant basket of flowers.
Interesting.
But, for a little Aryan child, it was kind of an odd name.
Maybe her parents were just hippies.
It was a beautiful name.
Yeah. Well, I have to look that up and see what that was.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is.
Oh.
I just don't want to
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
let this poor girl have some anonymity.
But yeah.
I haven't seen her since, 1989. Whatever.
She's going to
Who
hunt you
cares?
down if you say your name.
That's right. I'm not trying to get sued.
She's going to say, Alexis, who?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, basket of flowers.
I
I'll
thought that
never
was
forget
lovely.
that.
And she was a pretty little girl. I remember that,
Yeah.
too.
But very pale skin, blonde hair, blue eyes. Just,
Very native.
yes. Yeah, exactly what I picture
Well, one
the
thing,
indigenous people as.
one completely random fact that I noticed about this movie that I unfortunately notice about most movies when I watch them is 3 instances of the Wilhelm scream. The sound effect, random scream sound effect they used. I think George Lucas has used it in most of his movies. But I noticed it 3 times in this movie. Just a weird, random thing that it always sticks out to me for some reason. I don't know why.
And I knew that sound when you played it, but I didn't know it had a name.
Yeah, I don't know why I know that.
Is it from You Don't Know Jack? Because I feel like that was in the You Don't Know Jack things. That's that
It may.
scream.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember when I learned about that. It's been a long time. They use it in video games and movies and everything.
Yes.
So it always sticks out to me.
Oh,
It's a very noticeable sound effect.
that was another thing I had read about was the score. The score for this is wonderful.
Oh, yes.
And it's used quite a bit in other things, but that has also made it one of the highest priced scores to license. And apparently, according to the thing that I read, it said that currently it was at about $10,000
Oh.
to license it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
So I don't know if that's current rate or if that's
Do we know who did this score?
That's what I was just going to look up.
Okay.
I don't remember looking at that, so I think we need to look and see who did that.
Oh.
I know
I
John
think
Williams
it's-
does a lot of George Lucas stuff, so I didn't think it was him, but
No, James Horner.
okay.
Music by James Horner.
Oh, and he died.
Oh, yes. Very young, 53 to 15.
Frequent use of motifs associated with Celtic music.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man, yeah. He played the piano and violin. But yes, the music was... Oh, look at Star Wars, Wrath of Khan.
That's Trek.
Star Trek.
Oh my God, the nerds are coming for you.
Star Trek. I was reading
Pitchforks,
that. I
pitchforks, I see
recognize
them.
that name. Star Trek. Ay, ay, ay.
Titanic?
Titanic? Yeah, look at
Oh my
that.
God. Oh, Avatar. Search for
Wow.
Spock. Aliens. Okay.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Braveheart. Mask of Zorro.
Oh, A Beautiful Mind.
Okay. And Amazing Spider-Man 2012.
Wow.
A nice track record there.
Yeah. What did he die of?
In a single fatality crash while flying his turboprop aircraft.
Oh.
Oh,
Avid pilot.
that would
Okay.
explain the young death.
Yes. Wow. But look at all that music. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And everybody's heard it. They've seen those movies. Everybody and their brother has seen Titanic, except me.
I have also not seen the movie.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding?
I just the ending, so I just never felt the need to see it. I guess I don't know.
You know the whole story.
Yeah.
The boat won't sink. The boat sunk.
Yep. I have the same with like natural disaster movies. Like I've never seen Twister.
Oh.
Like okay, it's a movie about a tornado.
Yeah. We live through them,
Yeah.
every year we
Yeah.
have some around here.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel the need to watch those movies for some reason. So if I know, in the Titanic, the story,
Yes.
I don't know.
And there was really no love story. So, I mean, it's about the boat that won't sink and the boat sunk.
It's the end.
Yes.
Well, the couple that did go down with the ship, they just kind of laid in bed and held each other. That was a real couple, and they had owned, oh, damn it, like Macy's or something.
Oh,
All right.
see that sort of thing is interesting to me. Like the history behind it is cool, and the stories
Yes.
behind it, but like the actual movie, just
Well,
meh.
and I have only seen it because I watched it on a girls' night where we were just drinking and
Oh, well,
You
that
know.
would, yeah.
watched
okay.
a movie with tissues because it was my friend's favorite movie, and I didn't see it. It was probably like 2007-ish.
Oh,
So
when
it
I
wasn't
saw
you
it,
waited a little while.
yeah. So I held out a long time
I'm still holding out.
Me too.
Do
Me
it.
too.
I
because for like a 4-hour movie. I mean,
First off, I'm not going to sit for 4 hours.
yeah.
If pirates attack the ship, and
No, that would be
that'd
cool.
be cool.
Well,
I'd watch
and then
that.
yeah, I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio.
No,
Like,
me
Uh,
neither. He's
I think
not
he
really.
looks Weasley, and
Yeah, and I
um,
bet he smells funny.
he does because he's one of those water conservationists. So he bathes once a week for
Oh.
35 seconds
Ooh.
of water use. Yeah,
Quick in,
it's-
quick out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
I'm sure
gross.
then he smells funny.
yeah.
Now I have seen some good movies of his, but I feel the same way about Tom Cruise. Like he's not my favorite by any means,
Mm-mm.
but he's in some really good movies.
But the thing about Tom Cruise is that he plays the same guy basically in every
Every movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
Also, and we had talked about this after we had come out of Black Phone. That Tom Cruise has that old man chest now.
Right.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, he is about 85,
He's
isn't
like
he?
60.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's 58, I think.
He's old.
Something like that. I don't know.
We have to look at how old
We
Tom
have to
Cruise
look it
really
up.
is.
But the only reason I had even thought about that was because there's a scene in that movie where Ethan Hawke is sitting in a chair with his shirt open, and he does not, I mean, he does appear to be a bit soft,
A little bit.
but not, I mean, I wouldn't have even called him pudgy. He just looked a bit soft, but he didn't have that wrinkly old man chest, and, you know, he's an older man, too.
He must have been doing some push-ups.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is only 60.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought so.
But yeah, again, so like Tom Cruise, not my favorite actor by any means. I'm not even that fond of him at all. But like The Last Samurai is one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
Great movie.
The Last Samurai, played by a white guy.
Did you ever see the movie?
No, I don't care.
Okay, all right.
You know, you just can't put a white guy on the face of a movie that says The Last Samurai.
He is not the last samurai in the movie.
I don't care.
It's a great movie. Anyway, same thing with Leonardo DiCaprio. Like What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Great movie.
Oh, yeah.
The Revenant. Some people find that movie boring. I loved it.
He got mauled by a bear and
Oh.
lived.
Yeah, so it's
A lot
about
of people do.
frontiersman in the 1700s or something, whatever it was. I don't know what year it was. Great movie.
Eh.
But it stars Leonardo DiCaprio, and I'm just like, meh. But I really like that movie.
Yeah.
Not a fan of his, but he is in some good movies.
I will say that on the Tom Cruise line, again, I'm not a huge Tom Cruise fan, but I did Interview with the Vampire. He did a great job.
I forgot about that movie.
And I
Right.
know that Anne Rice had put up a fight when they were going to cast him because she had wrote the screenplay and everything, and she's just like, I didn't write this movie with him in mind. I don't want him. He's not who I see in my head when I see that character. And he ended up doing a really good job. And she did come out and say that he did a good job. When she wrote the character of Lestat, she was thinking about Rutger Hauer.
Oh boy,
Oh,
vastly different actors.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a movie I'd have to watch again. It's been a long time.
It's a good movie. For what it is, it's a great movie.
Actually, it's funny. I was actually driving up to Detroit one day, and I passed her tour bus. Anne Rice.
Oh,
Sorry, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
That's kind of
Cool.
that
awesome.
was a very random, weird thing to see.
Yes. Well, living where we do, we see a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, she just passed recently.
yes,
Last year or so. But yeah, Rutger Hauer.
yeah.
Wow.
That would have been a very different movie.
Well, especially since in the books, Lestat is just, they call him the Brat Prince because he's a teenage boy, essentially.
That's not Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, at that time, Rutger Hauer was in his, 40s. In the early 90s?
90s, yeah.
Yeah.
I read the book. I didn't see the movie.
The movie is pretty good, mostly because she had her hands all over it. The sequel sucked balls. It was awful.
I didn't know there was a sequel.
Queen of the Damned?
What?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
That's
Okay.
actually the third book in the series.
Okay, I haven't read any of the books, so I didn't know that.
Yeah, in the book, Lestat takes up a violin and he becomes a rock and roll singer with his violin, and he's got these weirdo little songs, and I guess his vampire charm, like the audience just swoons over him.
Very
And
interesting.
in the movie, the soundtrack was done by Korn and Linkin Park and new metal bands of the era. Also, Stuart Townsend was Lestat, and he was not right for the role. He had that beautiful boyish face, but the rest of him was wrong. Yeah.
No, I don't see that either.
Yeah, and he had dark hair.
Some more movies I have to go back and watch.
Yeah,
Just,
and Aaliyah was in it, gorgeous.
yes, yeah, it was a good movie.
As an Egyptian
Just,
queen.
I guess I didn't realize that it was a sequel.
Yeah, it's supposed to kind of mix the vampire Lestat, Queen of the Damned stories together to kind of go into it. But Anne Rice was like, "Hey, I'll do this for free. Just let me write the screenplay." And they're like, "No." So that's why it was terrible, because she didn't have anything to do with it.
Why would they not let her do it?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Hollywood, man.
Yep, that's
yeah.
it.
In a League
Holly
of
weird.
Extraordinary Gentlemen, Stuart Townsend plays Dorian Gray,
Yes.
which is a little more
Oh,
suitable
yes. Mm-hmm.
for a face like his.
I
Yeah.
could see it.
Yeah.
Did you see that movie?
No.
Oh.
That's Alan Moore.
Yes.
Yes. And rumor has it they're making a TV show.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Also, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen apparently was so arduous to make that Sean Connery quit acting.
Well,
Was that his last movie? Yeah.
he should have. He being, 3,000 years old.
But he was good.
Okay. Okay. I guess.
He also turned down the Christopher Lee role in Lord of the Rings because he just didn't understand it. He's like, I don't know what
Oh,
little
my.
people running around the woods. I don't get this.
That's terrible. All right, Christopher Lee did good though, so that's all right.
Christopher Lee.
That's great.
Hammer's Dracula.
Oh yeah.
Woo. Yeah.
Have you ever listened to any of his like metal albums?
Oh my God, they're so great. 95-year-old Christopher Lee put out like a heavy metal record.
Oh,
My God, it was great.
Yeah. And he did. I went and saw a concert for a band called Rhapsody, and he did like a narration on their album. It's almost like a story album, and he does a narration throughout the album. It was great.
Justin and I used to work with this guy who had a big old Rhapsody tattoo. This guy had weird tattoos all over him, but one of them was a Rhapsody
Oh, that's cool.
on his arm. But he's just like, yeah, it was really cool. It's a band and they're cool. But, then there was like some music company that came out called Rhapsody. And he's just like, yeah, it
Right.
sucks.
Yeah. I really like this company.
I have another little tidbit.
Oh, okay.
Imagine Entertainment produced quite a few movies that I recognize.
Okay.
Friday Night Lights, that's a football movie. I recognize
Yes.
that.
Okay.
Inside Deep Throat, I know about that. And then 8 Mile, that's one of my favorite movies.
I think George Lucas wrote that too. I'm kidding.
Are you kidding me?
The look on your face was great. Sorry. No. That was all Eminem.
I like the M&M.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting, but
Yeah.
not very interesting. I had to tell you, I saw a movie. Saw a movie.
Yeah.
Couple.
Yeah. Mine likes the M&M.
It looks like it's your genre of music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is he saying something about my age?
No,
Yes.
Does he know I'm 31?
I knew
No.
that. Yes.
I know. I could be Eminem's grandma.
No.
Maybe great-grandma. He's not very
he's
old.
pretty old. He's in his 50s now.
His daughter just graduated high school a couple years ago.
She just graduated college.
Oh, college?
Yeah.
Oh,
Holy
never mind then.
cow.
Yeah, she's like 24, 25.
Okay, okay.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I'm just remembering her graduating high school, but it's been a few years.
Yeah, she's real thin. They keep showing pictures. They're like, oh my God, Eminem's daughter grew up and she's so hot. And like, she's real. She's got big breasts, but the little tiny body. And it's just like, it looks weird.
Boobs on a stick?
Yeah. And her head looks big compared to her body because her body is just, it's like those old cartoons about Frank Sinatra where his body hides behind the microphone stand.
Right.
He's got that giant head. You don't remember
Yes.
that from cartoons?
Yes, you are correct. You are correct.
And it wasn't Frank Sinatra, it was Frank Sinatra in quotations.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Where?
Right there. You can click on him and it'll take you.
To her?
Yeah, it'll tell you how old he is at least.
Oh, 49. You were right.
Born in
Gradu-
St. Joseph, Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't know that?
No.
The daughter's the Hallie, right?
Haley Jade.
Haley Jade. Let's see what. Oh, she is very thin.
Yeah.
Very, very
See,
thin.
and doesn't like her boobs and her head look out of proportion to her body?
Yeah.
Because she's so thin?
Yeah. I don't understand why people want to look like that.
Oh, she's 26.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, age 26. Huh. She graduated from Michigan State University.
Okay. That's in the middle of the state.
Love the Spartans.
You just love whoever's playing whoever
Yes,
to be antagonistic.
correct.
Yeah, whoever's voting for, or rooting for one team, I go for the other.
Exactly. That's who I vote for. If you say go blue, I say go Bucks. If you say go Bucks, I say go blue.
Yeah, in general, I just couldn't care less about college
Exactly.
sports, Everybody always, we live here on the border basically, so everyone's like, who do you like, Michigan or Ohio? I'm like, either. Like, what do you like? Okay, I like the other.
Yep, that's exactly what I say.
Well, you live in Ohio. Why are you wearing a Michigan shirt? Because I look better in blue
Because who cares?
than I do in red.
Exactly.
Oh, well, except I can pull both off because I am alabaster.
Yeah. Invisible skin.
But still, that's, people say, I look better in red. Okay, who cares?
Okay.
I don't care.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I look better in my pajamas in my bed.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Pretty much.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
Just sleeping. But, movies are fun.
Yeah.
And I would recommend this movie.
It's a cute
I
movie.
totally recommend this
There's
movie.
a bit of a love story. There's some action.
Yes.
There's Willow has to buck up and
Yeah.
become courageous, and that's something he had always been lacking.
Yeah, he didn't have self-confidence.
Yeah,
Yes.
so he had
That
to
was-
come into himself.
That was his secret to becoming a wizard.
Yeah.
Or sorceress. Or whatever.
A sorceress.
Sorcerer. He's a dude, apparently. Sorcerer. Wizard.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they said sorcerer, magician.
Right, yeah.
But that disappearing pig trick, that paid off for him.
I just love that the little pig disappeared and then came running out from under the thing. Those are the magic tricks I like.
Yes.
And in the immortal words of Joe Bluth, it's an illusion. Tricks are what whores do for money. Speaking of Ron Howard narrates that show.
Oh,
Taking it right back in.
it all comes full circle.
Yes, it does.
Henry Winkler is the family's lawyer.
Okay.
Oh, the Fonz.
Yeah.
Yes.
It all comes back to happy days.
Everything comes back
Hollywood is
to happy
smaller than
days.
we thought.
Yeah.
Yes. Gosh, that's craziness.
But, I mean, from there, I don't really have a whole lot. And I'm sure that this show will be,
I'm
top tier
excited.
production level.
I'm excited for it.
Because with Ron Howard's name attached to it. Is George Lucas's name attached to it?
I don't know.
I mean, because Disney owns Star Wars now, so you would maybe think.
Well, and it's going to be on Disney Plus. So, did they buy all of Lucasfilms? Is that what they did?
Yeah.
Then I would assume that it's. Well, I don't think that Lucas has anything to do with it anymore. Then
Oh, okay.
it'll be wholly Disney, as far as I know.
But I think that, just having Disney money behind you will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It should. But again, and Warwick Davis is still Willow, so that's the important thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he still does look very much like he did when he was younger.
Yeah, he just looks a bit older.
That's it, yeah.
I watched him on a show. He was on the 3rd season of Idiot Abroad, the Ricky Gervais Stephen Merchant
right.
show.
Oh.
So he would go on the trips, and was he on the trips with Ricky Gervais then, or was Carl Pilkington still involved? I don't remember.
That I don't know.
But I remember that Warwick Davis, they were climbing steps to the Great Wall of China or something, and he was bitching the whole time. But
He's got little legs.
But and his dwarfism is that even what it's called anymore? Oh God,
I think so.
I don't know. But whatever he has, it's called SED, and I'm not going to even pretend to
Right.
tell you what that means because it is a long, long, long word, and I will butcher it. But yeah, his joints are not
Right.
regular, and
Yeah, as they grow older, they're
It's
more
worse.
inclined to arthritis and painful joint things.
yeah. So and then it was a lot of the bitching was just, I can do this, I can do this. And they're like, we can sit down if you need to rest. He's like, no.
Yes, he's carrying on that confidence from Willow.
Yeah. But he's been with his wife for 100,000 years.
That's not something you don't hear very often about
No,
Hollywood.
and his wife is the daughter of his business associate, Peter
Uh-oh.
Burrows.
And she was in this movie.
Was she?
Yes. I remember seeing that let me see if I can.
I just kind of took it as that they met because the guy was involved with the movie as well. Peter Burrows was involved.
Oh, maybe that's it. That she was just like an extra or something. She was just in it.
Okay. Her name's Samantha.
Right, I remember that. I don't see anything.
Yeah. But yeah, they've been married for
A real long time.
I do know.
33 years.
I do know that Warwick Davis' son plays Wicket's son in was it episode 9 of Star Wars. There's a cameo that shows the Ewoks, and there's Wicket there, and he's got his son next to him. That's his real son.
Oh.
Yeah, he's cute. Looks like his dad when he was little.
And both of the kids have the SED like he has. The wife has the achondroplasia.
Achondroplasia, yeah.
Yeah, that's her form of dwarfism. But they did have 2 children that died in infancy.
Oh.
So that's terrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh golly.
Yeah.
I didn't read that. I would have been sad.
Warwick Davis's middle name is Ashley.
Yeah, interesting.
Him and his wife have been married since 1991.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah. And his daughter is an actress, I read.
Annabelle Davis.
Yeah.
Oh, no picture of her. She's 25.
She's on some show called The Dumping Ground. It must be just some British
Could be. Yeah,
show.
I've never heard of that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either. So they had a picture. She was in that picture with the family.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's real pretty.
she is. The whole family's very pretty.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll all be in the new Willow show. That'd be great.
See, look at how pretty she is.
Yeah.
Mom's really pretty, too. Nice.
Yeah. And I do like that there were a bunch of people in this movie that were just callbacks to stuff that we've seen before. Tony Cox, that was in part of the group that led Willow out of his village. He was in Hebrew Hammer.
Yes.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. I think he was in something else we watched too, but now it's not even in my brain.
Wasn't he in Bad Santa?
Yeah. We didn't watch
No.
Bad Santa.
I was trying to think. Have I seen that? No.
No, it's got Billy Bob Thornton in it.
Oh, no. No, not at all.
Another guy that looks like he smells.
Yep, pretty sure he does.
He does, yeah.
But yeah, all in all, I think this was a good movie.
I do.
I recommend it.
Yeah, I do too.
I also.
And, watch the show on Disney. I'm sure it'll be top tier production value.
I'm assuming so. I hope so.
If it's anything like the other content that they've made recently, like Mandalorian and stuff like that, it's going to be awesome.
Oh, right. Yeah, they've
Because
got some money behind
Mandalorian
it.
was great. They just gave Jon Favreau a license to make money.
And he's doing it.
Yeah. Who'd have thought the schlubby guy from Swingers that was just kind of a whiny bitch the whole movie would be a mega director?
He's great. He's doing a great job with the Star Wars franchise. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what's coming next. I can't wait for the next season of Mandalorian. It's going to be good.
I didn't finish the last season.
Why not?
I like to sleep.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Oh, baby, so cute.
Yeah.
He is.
The one that's on
Yes.
her shirt.
I
The one I'm
know.
wearing a shirt for right now.
He's so cute.
So,
Craziness.
we didn't talk about the Willow magazine.
Didn't we?
Oh,
We did, didn't
you
we?
mentioned
We
this.
mentioned it. We didn't
but
talk about
Oh,
it.
okay. Well, we need to take a picture of this and put it on our Twitter.
And Facebook.
Yes. But this is just really a cool magazine that talks about all of everybody.
Yeah. And you can get a subscription to Fangoria in the back of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Great magazine.
If you're in the foreign country, it's $20.99. But yeah, this is really cool. So we'll have to take lots of pictures of it and share it. Because I thought that was too cool that he found the CD and the magazine together.
Yeah. I was like,
That he kept
"Oh,
it all
cool."
these years.
And it looks so good.
I know, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome find.
Yeah. Justin pulls out some zingers every once in a while.
Yep.
You can join the Lucasfilm fan club.
Yes, you can. By paper. Oh my gosh, I wonder if that's still there.
I don't know. How much is it?
US dollars. $8. $10 Canadian.
You should look into that. Let's become members.
Close a check or money order.
Or you can charge your Visa or MasterCard.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Aurora, Colorado.
I wonder if it's still there. We'll have to look up
Let's
that.
Google that.
Yeah. You had to pay to join a fan club?
Yeah.
Well, they send you cool stuff, probably.
Oh.
If it's still around, it's probably more expensive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, yeah, you have to join fan clubs because now people just expect shit.
Oh.
So you have to, send them like a poster, a couple
Oh,
of
I'll
pins
just-
or something.
I'll just follow them on my Facebook.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Modern solution.
Yeah.
Now, since this was kind of a special episode, we did not figure out anything to watch next.
Nope.
I was pitching Howard the Duck. But
No.
no, it's a hard no to that one.
That's not mom rated.
Uh,
Just for the girl on duck sex
it
alone.
is very awkward.
It's terrifying. Because the duck suit is insane.
It's an all right movie. I don't know.
It's a terrible movie, but I think that's
it was
the
a
whole
kid's
point.
movie, though.
It's weird.
It's super weird.
It's not mom rated. I'm going with that.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Marty McFly's mom and Howard the
And
Duck.
and a duck.
Yeah.
No.
It's a giant, wide-eyed, rubber duck-looking guy with Big Bird feet.
Ow. Ow.
Just another one of those weird, terrible movies, but still kind of a favorite from my childhood.
And it does get a nod in the later Marvel movies.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, because there's something of his in that, like,
The
like
character,
curio
Howard.
shop. Whatever.
Yeah. Yep. I think he's made cameos in 2 of them.
So that's
Oh
pretty
my
cool. Because that was a Marvel comic book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible stuff. It's awful.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll have to figure out what else is going on and come back with that on
Yeah.
the Facebook page and the Twitter machine.
Okay.
And we'll thank Kurt for his time, even though I know he enjoyed all of this.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Except I didn't feed him. I have to feed him now. Because he didn't want a snack during the movie.
I was too preoccupied. I forgot I was hungry.
That's wonderful. But I thought it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. Sorry, I haven't seen this one before.
Yeah. The cats both enjoyed it. They're
Yes.
sleeping soundly.
Everybody? Yes.
Cats would love to play with those brownies.
They absolutely would.
I think so.
Nice little snack.
Yum, yum.
I don't know. Your cats are too well fed. They wouldn't be in. They just want to play with them. They
Are
wouldn't
you
want to
kidding me?
eat them.
I'll eat them.
Oh, okay. All right then.
These cats, well fed, look at them. They're starving to death.
I know.
poor
They're
kitties.
so hungry. I'm going to have to carry them to their food bowls
Aww.
and manipulate their little jaws so they can masticate their food,
Hand feed each one.
chew the food up in my mouth, and spit it into theirs
Oh.
like a baby bird.
Mm.
These poor kitty
Okay.
cats.
They're all very well
I have
fed.
to go home right now.
Yeah, they're all very well fed. I take very good care of them. They're happy babies.
They are.
Don't send the ASPCA after me.
Who just knocked on the door?
Ah!
Lay down on the floor. Pretend we're
Everybody
not
down.
here.
It's really soft. Well, I think this was a good time. I had a good time.
I had a blast, and again, I am just honored to be your first guest.
Yeah, we had a great time having you here. Except we'll have to figure out the logistics. This was not
Well-
thought out.
Well,
We'll improve our equipment, maybe.
Yeah.
we made it work, but
Yeah, it was fine, and we do appreciate you coming
Yeah,
and choosing a great movie.
I appreciate the invite,
yeah.
and you're welcome.
And next time we have something cool going on, we'll let you know.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, look forward to joining you again sometime.
Yeah, definitely. That would be great.
Awesome.
All right, kids. This has been Movies with my mother.
And guest mother, that's me. No.
You could be the guest father.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Movies with mom and dad.
Mom and Dad.
I'm going to turn this off before I get grossed out.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.